How can anyone, whether they want to work in a language school or privately from their own laptop anywhere in the world, create a rewarding and impactful career teaching English as a second language, even if they are just starting out or have no teaching experience or ability? Hi, my name is Lynette Kim, and here on the TESOL Talk podcast, I aim to answer that very question.
A lot of ESL teachers, especially new ones, are nervous about teaching grammar in the English classroom in an English-speaking country, like when you're teaching in a language school in Australia or New Zealand or Canada, America, because in the published course books for ELICOS, there are grammar sections and you do need to teach them properly. So my advice in this instance is focus on the one grammar point that is being taught. Don't try and elaborate. Don't try and think about how it connects to other grammar points or anything else. Stay completely focused on that one grammar point. Before class, if you're not confident with teaching grammar yet, give yourself extra time to prepare. Give yourself at least an extra 15 minutes to read over the grammar point, how it is demonstrated and explained in the teacher's book, how it appears in the student's book, so how the students are going to be reading and looking at it. Have time to prepare your whiteboard and put the grammar point up on the whiteboard, and if necessary, if it's verb tenses, a timeline, and get very familiar with timelines for teaching verb tenses. And then make sure that you fully understand. Now, even you can go online, and I've done this before, gone online and checked that one grammar point and gotten some extra ideas about how it's explained, or a little video. Sometimes there's videos that are great online for free that you can use and play for your students, but you don't want to be teaching them via someone else. You need to show that you understand it and you're teaching it to them. This is just an added resource. So you want to be able to do these things and walk in confidently. Now, the other thing is that we're asked, what if the students ask a question that isn't about this grammar point, or a question that you can't answer? And it can happen. Some students, particularly some Asian students, are very, very, very good at grammar because they learn bilingually through the grammar translation methodology in their country. So this can put you on edge, because here in Australia particularly, we don't learn a lot of grammar when we're young. We learn, supposedly the 8 main parts of speech, but really all I can remember from being a child was learning adjectives, verbs, pronouns, adverbs, but I wasn't even really sure about those when I was young. So I wasn't really a grammarian by any shade of the imagination. But what I did do was prepare really, really well and get confident. Now, if students do ask you questions and you're not sure how to answer, just say, that's a great question. It's going up on the board under our parking section where we park different questions. And I want you guys as a class to look it up for homework, and I'm going to come back to class tomorrow and we're going to discuss this, and we're going to see who can explain it the best. Or you can say, look, that's a great question and I need to go away and come back with a resource to help teach this to you the best way. Or even you could say, look, right now I'm focusing on this and I don't want to detract from the class by going off on a tangent, but we will cover it tomorrow in class in the morning, as part of homework and review. So you don't have to answer questions on the fly. Never feel that you have to, particularly a grammar question that's going to take you away from the one grammar point that's being taught in that lesson. Because ESL lessons should focus on one grammar point only per lesson and not deviate, because it's too much for students. They're learning 2 languages. They're learning the English language and they're learning the grammatic terminology language as well. So you've got to keep it simple, but don't be afraid of not answering a question in class time. It can always be dealt with the next day.